All right, in this video, I want to address hamstring strains. So if you have an acute hamstring strain or you're dealing with a hamstring issue, I like using the foam roller to loosen up the hamstring as an initial starting point before practice, before games, before workouts. So you basically put the foam roller under one of your hamstrings, you roll back and forth, find a tight spot, hold that for about 30 seconds, up to 90 seconds, and then move on to the next tight spot. All right, so that's an easy thing. Then if you want to get a little more pointed, you take a lacrosse ball. That's just a little bit more focused. You can maybe get a little bit higher up in the hip, and then you roll onto that. That feels pretty tight, okay? And then that will, again, you want to hold that for about 30 to 90 seconds right there on any tight spots. Okay, now, from a strength standpoint, I like to build guys back gradually, progressively. So I like to start with a hamstring bridge. So you've seen a glute bridge where you lift here, right? But I actually want, for a hamstring bridge, to extend the knees a little bit and then lift up with your knees almost straight, maybe about a 15 to 20 degree bend, and then your hips up off the ground. If they can hold that position for about a minute, then I actually progress that to a single leg hamstring hold, which is much more difficult, okay? Then from here, we can progress that even further to an elevated hip thruster basically, but this is definitely targeting the hamstring because we're not putting our foot on the bottom or on the corner, we're putting our heel on the top, and that targets the hamstring as well, okay? That's a super good exercise to target all the hamstring muscles. Of course, for any hamstring rehab, I want to have RDLs where we're having both feet on the ground, chest up, back straight, hinging, feel the tightness in the hamstrings, and then coming back up, all right? If they can perform that without much difficulty, I like progressing single leg, RDL, until they feel the tightness in their hamstring kick on, okay? I like to have a speed component as well. Sprints are a good way to do this, progressive sprints. I also like this exercise, I call it a tantrum, where you put bands up on a rig on a low position. You want to put your ankles just below the band so your foot doesn't fall off, and you're going to kick as fast as possible. All right, and I usually have guys do that for about 10-second bursts, and then they take a break of at least 90 seconds. So those are some exercises that you can use to progress through a hamstring rehab.